This is Tom with your fishing report from the Northeast. Gavern Lake is settling down finally to below summer pool levels on its way to where it should be holding for this time of the year. The lake is still heavily colored and the discharge is high. Both of these things, along with the slightly cooler water temperatures, are making the fishing tough right now. Musk anglers have been hitting the lake pretty hard, but from what I hear, the bite is a bit on the slow side. I'd strongly recommend fishing something a bit different from your normal go-to on the lake and be very quick to move to some new spots. Crappie are also tough right now. High discharge has them holding deeper and scattered, but apparently the white bass are doing well. Musky folks have been picking up a few here and there, and the fish that those folks are catching while trolling are big and healthy. With heavy discharge out of the dam, the fish the anglers are catching there in the tailwaters area are in the slackwater areas. The breaks behind the dam walls, the eddies by the boat ramps, some of them on the hatchery side and in the feeder creeks. Again, lots of white bass down here. Crappie are present but tough, as are muskie. Again, with the muskie, they are here, but it is a bit of a tougher bite. Grayson is slightly above winter pool levels with a much slower discharge than Cave Run, and angling is much better up here. Fish the feeder creeks, brewing especially, for a good chance with some black bass, and crappie should be starting to move a bit shallower, staging around whatever brush they can locate. Trout are being stocked this week into a few of the Red River Gorge streams. The delayed harvest regulation is up right now for East Fork of Indian Creek, but still in place on Swift Camp Creek. Another note about East Fork Indian, the Forest Service has made the decision to keep the gate at 9B closed all year long, so only foot traffic is allowed on this road. We will continue to stock trout with our normal schedule, but with a slight reduction in fish and a more concentrated effort to keep the fish in the lower portions of the creek to allow for better usage by the likely reduction of angling pressure. That should do it for us in the Northeast. Wherever you go, good luck and stay safe.
This is Jeremy Shiflett with a fishing update from the Northwestern District. There's a lot going on across the district right now, and things are going to continue to pick up over the next few weeks. Right now, Rough River Lake is near summer pool, but will likely be on the rise after this recent rain. The bass fishing has been fair. Crappie fishing has been good, with fish being caught 4 to 8 feet deep on structure near shore, in the creeks, and also on the main lake. Hybrid striped bass fishing has been very good. Lots of quality fish, 3 to 7 pounds, have been caught recently. Castmasters, rattle traps, white swim baits, and Alabama rigs have all been catching fish near the surface. Try areas on the South Fork from Laurel Branch up through around Pleasant Hill Branch, and over on the North Fork, target the area from Longlet Creek up to Tools Creek. Nolan River Lake is about 10 feet below summer pool and rising. Bass fishing has been good, with fish being caught fairly shallow in the creeks and main lake pockets. Spinner baits and shad and crawl-colored crankbaits have been catching fish. Several fish in the 5 to 6 pound range have been caught recently. Crappie fishing has been good as well. Most fish are being caught in less than 8 feet of water near cover, using both jigs and minnows under a slip bobber. Again, anglers have been pulling out some nice fish over 11 inches lately. White bass are running up the river. Low, clear water and cool temperatures have been pushed them back a little bit, but look for things to heat back up some after the rain this week. Bank anglers still have access at Bacon Creek Boat Ramp, Broad Ford, Wheeler's Mill, and Spurrier Bridges. Curly-tail grubs and white and chartreuse on 1/8 ounce leadhead jigs, casting spoons, and small swim baits are great bait choices. Bass fishing at Lake Malone has been good in the past week. Fish are generally shallow, say in the 3 to 6 feet of water, and are biting a variety of baits. Spinner baits, crawl-colored cranks, soft plastics, and A-rigs all caught fish this last week. And again, several nice pre-spawn bass are being caught. Crappie fishing at Malone has been fair, with several fish being caught last week with minnows on structure about 4 to 10 feet deep. And lastly, trout are biting well in our Finns lakes. The lakes were stocked about 3 weeks ago, but great fishing remains, and more trout were stocked at Otter Creek Outdoor Rec Area this week. Reminder, the ORA is now open to harvest with no bait or hook restrictions. Good luck, stay safe, and get out after them.
This is Adam Martin with your Western District Fishing Report. Water temps at Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley are sitting right around 57 degrees with a lake elevation of 355.5. Now it's projected to rise another foot over the next 7 days as the TVA and Corps of Engineers are right on track for the annual spring rise in water levels. The bass fishing has been a little slow as the temperatures have been holding just outside of suitable spawning range for a couple of weeks now. I don't expect that to change much with some nights in the 30s coming up, but the forecast is calling for some sun and 70-degree temps after that, which should finally get things started. Anglers have been throwing jigs and crankbaits, as well as some finesse techniques like the shaky head or Ned rig to locate fish. While the low temps have largely been preventing a big shallow water push by these fish, the delayed spawn also means that those big females will still have eggs, so they should be at their maximum weight for the year. So if you're hoping to catch that giant smallie, now is the time. Crappie fishing has also been a little slow for the same reason. They have yet to make their big, shallow push for spawning, so anglers have been searching in the mid-range depths of 10 to 12 feet trying to locate fish. And just like the bass, if we get some sunny days and higher water temps, they will be heading shallow and will be much easier to locate in the stake beds and other shallow cover. You can check the current water temps on Kentucky Lake very easily online, just to know how things are progressing. Now, Murray State's Hancock Biological Station has a near real-time temperature logger in the water, and they provide that temperature data on their website, as well as providing it to some other tourism websites. The water levels can also be checked online, as they are provided by the Tennessee Valley Authority. Now, it's too soon for bluegill and red ear, but once the water temperature hits 65 degrees, it will be kicking off. Now, the tailwater fishing has been good, and the elevations have dropped back down to near normal levels. The striper fishing has been excellent for those using live bait or large white swim baits. The skipjack bite has also been both good and bad, depending on how much flow is being generated through the turbines, with more flow generally equating to better skipjack fishing. You can also check how much flow is being generated through those turbines by visiting TVA's website. Now, if you're more of a stream angler, both Casey Creek and the Fort Campbell streams will be stocked with trout this month. You can find the most up-to-date stocking dates on our website, and I highly encourage you to check out the Fort Campbell streams if you've never been. There are a few more hoops to jump through to get on post, but the streams are unique and it can be a lot of fun. As always, if you decide to get out on the water, always remember to wear your life jackets and kill switches. Good luck.